and gentlemen, welcome back. 2014 Dodge Journey. It's a front-wheel drive car with a 2.4. One of the codes that we're going after is a 2173. 2173 complains about a large leak, a large air leak. So, first things first. As you can see, I already got a smoke machine hooked up. I did pull the hose off the vacuum booster. It's one of the things that I want to do right away to make sure that our vacuum booster is still in good condition, and the car's set here not running for some time, and it had a mass amount of vacuum in it. So as soon as I pop that hose, you know, you get that gulp of air that it's taken in. Oh, by the way, I'm going by a guide off the service information. Actually, the probable causes for this code. You know, we've also got a catalyst inefficiency, and it wouldn't be surprising, kind of, sort of, you know, if a code like that would come up. So first things first, you know, we're going to want to do a smoke test. In my opinion, anyway, the tool is handy. Everything is handy to hook up right there. So I'm going to go ahead and head that route first. I can worry about the rest of it later. Computer issues. There's a whole host of possibilities that they say it could be. So you know, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. If it's this easy to smoke test, we'll get that machine fired up and let that smoke build up in there. And whoa, rut-row. Whoa. You guys see that? What in the world we got going on over here? Did I forget to blank something? Oh no, that's pouring out of the intake. That looks like it's pouring straight out the intake. Well, that's what that looks like from here. Well, never mind that. Oh, that's definitely a curveball right there. Well, may not be a curveball. That may be the problem. I just always question it when it gets that easy. I oftentimes question, you know, if that could be it or not. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't have any other way of getting to it. These Dodges here, they're messed up when it comes to the intake. I mean, they all that crap is on the bottom, and I'm sure all of it needs a good cleaning. But it looked to me like either the intake is broken somewhere, or the gasket is just leaking, or the whole intake is maybe loose. I don't see anything wiggling. I doubt it's loose, but anyway, that's where we're at right now. I need to call a customer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry I had company in the shop here. 1, 2 studs. Okay, you unplug the injectors, take the injectors out, the whole entire rail up, just unbolt it, take it out. Note them 2 studs, and we've got 2 bolts on the intake down here. I removed the air box, makes it a lot easier to work around that stuff. Takes about, I don't know, a minute to remove the air box. Pull your air hoses off, inspect all the air hoses. I did find out, by the way, that the intake in fact was leaking. It looked just like it was. The rubber is flat. It's a flat rubber gasket anyway, and it was below the plastic here. Make matters worse, one of the steel inserts was missing in the intake, so somebody had already had that apart in the first place. Sorry about this. I don't have a lot of time, so I can't hang up on this right now. I want to replace this rubber gasket that goes in here. I'm going to clean this up, and I want to slip the thing back in. The throttle body, I cleaned the throttle body. That's all part of it. The throttle body gasket itself, it's protruding out real nice. This one, like I said, it was flat. It was below the plastic in spots. You see where the oil actually ran down. This being a speed density engine, you know, it doesn't surprise me that it ran as good as it did. So anyway, that being said, I got to go get the gasket. It is past delivery time, so I'm gonna have to go get it. Get this job wrapped up. I did machine one of these spacers right here. As a matter, nah, can't get it out. I kind of, it's a little bit of a pressed fit. Don't know how it got lost. I machined one of these here because you can't buy those. You have to either make it or buy a new intake manifold. Anyway, let me pause the camera up. Like I said, again, sorry, I had company in here. They don't want to be on video, so I had to do it like that, but I don't want to waste the video either. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. This is a little good. This is going to be a little bit hectic. This don't take a whole lot to put this back on, but anyway. Felpro. That's your Felpro number right here. Not that that was going to be hard to figure out, but anyway, this is actually, you can clearly tell, looking at it from the side profile, that gasket is actually sticking out. If I had time, I would show you the other gasket is not even to the top of the plastic. So anyway, we're going back in with it. I'm going to try to, it's a little bit of a tight fit. I'll try to get you up and over toward that. So kind of got to pay attention to where you're coming from here. I guess I pulled the intake tube back out. I was playing with it a while ago. Make sure that your hose here is in good shape. This one was rubbing on the wires and started to cut into it already, so went ahead and remedied that. It's a little bit of a tight fit there, ladies and gentlemen, so you got to move some wires. These wires are stiff as all get out on this vehicle here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know, man. That's why. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen wires that are this freaking stiff. I mean, these things are crazy stiff. Of course, I shouldn't have to say, make sure you don't knock your your gasket out of there. That would be a bad day. I've done that. Dipstick's got to clear. Like I said, the wire is the worst thing on this thing. As far as putting that back on, my God, that thing is wicked tight. I honestly don't understand how they were able to lose that sleeve. That shouldn't have been possible to lose that sleeve. But I've noticed when I took it off, I've noticed there was a lot of play on this side and hardly any on this side, like it is here now, you know, where there's hardly any play here. Anyway, long story short, that's what it was. You got 3 bolts, 2 nuts. We talked about this in other videos. If push comes to shove, you can shove a little bit of rag or something like that in with the socket, and you can guide that stuff right back in. You will have to do that on the center one for sure. Well, matter of fact, we're gonna have to do it on the other ones here as well. All right, so any piece of paper, anything will work. Take our socket, take a piece of paper, and see if we can't lock it in there. Let's go ahead and do the nut first. Just shove her in there, rip the excess paper off of it, and get her done. Don't go too crazy with the whole shoving paper in there, because you don't want the socket to fall off along with it. Then you got to dig the socket out of there. You don't want to do that. think we might be able to do this one without the paper. Well, we'll give it a whirl. I'm probably going to be mad here in a minute if I drop it. Oh, got lucky on that one. Woo! Almost didn't get lucky. So this next one in the center, that one we're going to have to paper. As a matter of fact, you can't hardly see it in the first place, let alone, hell, it still fell off with the paper. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens. It cut the paper. Meaning that if you don't know the torque sequence, you know, go from the center out. Always a good idea to go from the center out. No, I don't care what anybody thinks. I lost my check ball in the lost my check ball in my vacuum setup. My smoking setup. There's a little expansion ball, so I'm gonna have to dig for it because I do want to prove this out. Make sure that we're not smoking like crazy on this. Yeah, that just happened. Advertise, be careful with your sockets, and I go dropping it. Anyway. This is also how you change the starter on these things, by the way. I guess I could add that in there. We're gonna take this bracket loose, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it loose. That way you can see. And this one here is easily removed with the air box out of the way. None of this takes very long. That's your bracket for your throttle body that bolts on. So we're going to do the throttle body next. This is a throwaway kind. This is the type of throttle body that gets thrown away if it goes bad. There's no way to fix these things. The two bolts facing toward the radiator. The two bolts facing toward the radiator, this way, they go on without the bracket. The other ones go over the top of the bracket. As a matter of fact, go ahead and grab all of these things. In just a second, I'll grab them. There's these 4 bolts, okay? 4 bolts, the same length. Does not matter where you put them. Whoa! Uh-oh, broke the throttle body. No, just kidding. Just kidding. There's a detent right here, a little tang that sticks out. You're gonna wanna line that one up. Very easy to misalign this, so you gotta be careful with those. And when I say misaligning, I mean misaligning as in you torque the bolts up wrong on it. You know, you go too crazy on the bolts. That can mess them up. It can mess the seal up. So you won't be careful with that one. It's on a rubber grommet. The bracket is, tighten your throttle body up first, and then tighten the screw for with the rubber grommet, all the while making sure that it's not twisting in some kind of weird way. Make sure that goes all nice and even. Nice and easy does it on this one. I want to tighten it down nice and steady. I love my power tools, but power tools got no place here. Tell you what I could get a longer extension. Be a smart thing to do. I can already see where the bracket is laying up real nice against the block. Or well, actually the transmission it would be, it's not the block, it's the transmission. Now we can tighten our 13mm up over here on that bracket. I was in fact going to smoke that for you guys, but I just don't have the time to do it. We got these two studded bolts. If you have it available, not a sponsor, I'll spray these injectors. They will slip right on in there with that stuff on it. That way you don't have to force your injectors. These are two studded bolts because the wiring harness clips onto the studs. Almost like the seals are broken when you put the lube on it. That's how easily this actually goes in. So we'll put the wire back up here, clip the clips back in, and plug the injectors back in. Make sure all that good stuff gets plugged back in. That should slip in the hose with no problem. I hope so. I hope I'm not eating those words. You see it from the back side. Unplug this real quick so I can get a little bit more room. Move this backwards. So that is perfect assembly. Well, this is the one, this hose here can crack. So that's the one you want to inspect. Make darn sure that it slipped in correctly on the bottom side. And ladies and gentlemen, you're almost good to go on that one. Throttle body bolts back on. We got all that good stuff. Now it's time to route some of these hoses so that don't get forgotten. We got two hoses here that's going to have to go back on where they came from. That's number one. It sits right here. That's got a little plastic clip on the radiator hose. Don't forget to clip that back in. The other one don't have anything other than it slips in and that's it. There's no other brackets for it. Throttle body cable, plug it back in. Throttle body wiring harness to be more accurate about it. Take our lower hose. That's a very pleasant hose to work with. cleaned that out while I was at it. I know you can't see a whole heck of a lot about that. Not a whole lot I can do about it. You gotta get this clip back in position. Put the nail back in, put the screw back on, and I'm gonna have to find my detent. No, sorry about that, but I cannot find the, it's a check ball is what it is, and I can't find it anywhere. I do apologize. I was really going to smoke that for you guys, but like I said, I don't have time to mess around with this thing for couple hours. I gotta get the job done and get her out of here. Customer is waiting for it, so the wire that runs underneath here, try not to pinch that. If I know anything, that ain't gonna make a whole lot of difference in how this vehicle is going to run right now, but you know, we'll hope that it is what it's supposed to be. The gasket was leaking, the gasket was flat. There's no ifs and buts about it. Like I said, I had a colleague over here that he looked at it as well. We both come to the same conclusion that the gasket is flatter than pancake, and I called a loose hose clamp here on the radiator for the customer, so that's a plus. She lost the coolant. We're gonna fill that up, and I'm gonna end the video right here. Go down there to the comment section, leave me some comments, questions. Be civil, you know. If you think you have to spout out some nonsense, you're gonna get deleted anyway, so it won't matter to me. But anyway, like, subscribe, do what it is you gotta do. We'll catch you on the next one.